right. Es viernes, papá. Y el cuerpo lo sabe. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Hashtag PBT, a special Friday Night Live edition.
It's Friday, not Thursday.
It's TGIF. So this show will not end until Monday morning. Ay, güey, cállate la boca, shut up. Old school rock, no?
Friday Night Live. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you put Thursday Night Live.
I did Thursday. I was like, no.
Bien
Sorry.
norteada la
I am
producer.
super norteada, as usual.
Hey,
Sorry,
but
guys.
either way, if it's Thursday or Friday, it's brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. You feel sluggish, tired, gain weight, and you're looking for a primary care clinic to help improve the quality of your life. It's Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. It's 1-855-771-1650, www.drts.com. Learn more about hormone replacement therapy, weight loss therapy, IV vitamin infusion, and peptide therapy. All designed to help you feel great and healthy again. Fantastic. You'll feel 110%. You'll be ready to dance all night, go to concerts, go out to the park, run with the dog. I mean, and of course, go into the bedroom and roll around and frolic around with the woman. Right? Is that even a word, babe? Frolic?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Okay,
it is
well, I want to frolic this weekend, okay? All right. They've got weight loss therapy, IV vitamin infusion, peptide therapy. It's going to make you feel great. DrTs.com. Thank you so much. Also want to thank Chorizo de H&H. I actually made some chorizo con papas and, some queso, and it was delicious, right, babe?
Yes, it was super good.
And I even put it, I think I made it one of our shorts, because we do shorts here on this station, on this channel. But they're local family brand, La Familia Hinojosa, same great taste as you grew up with, and it's not just for breakfast. You can have it in dinner time. Put on that barbecue. I love to watch that barbecue with no audio, baby.
Yes,
check it out. Look at that. You put the chorizo there on the grill. You put some fajitas, some sausage, some jalapenos, and then put some cheese in there, make some choriqueso. And then, you put una tortillita de maíz, cortas mira, ahí está. Yeah?
Oh my God.
Just in time for the weekend, papá. Prender el bote y prenderte del bote. Asústame one time. You can find it all over the place at Cameron County. You have Lord and Moe's in Harlingen, A.B. Lopez, 7 stores out there, Carnicería del Valle, 5 locaciones. In Hidalgo County, you've got Rubens Supermarket or Rubens Grocery. You've also got Charlie's Meat Market in Elsa, Vera's King of Meats in Edinburgh, down in Westaco, Salinas Meat Market in Mercedes, Primera Meat Service in Harlingen, Los Naranjos Meat Market in down in Westaco, and now you can find them at any Junior's Supermarket Valley-wide.
Yay!
We are so happy that we've been a part of the growth and expansion of Chorizo de H&H, man. It is fantastic. Now, they don't have it at H-E-B or Walmart. You need to tell their management. You all need to bring some in. As a matter of fact, I went to...
Demand it.
Yeah, I went to Aguilar's in Edinburgh. There's 2 of them. I went to one of them, and they were sold out.
Yes.
Sold out. So that's something you might want to look into, okay? And try it out this weekend. Sunday morning, me levanto y cocineo para la baby doll. Unas papitas
so
con
much.
chorizo y frijolitos. So weekends is great for chorizo de H&H. Órale. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Rally. What's going on, sweetheart?
Hey, what's up? I'm so sorry about the little mess up on Thursday, because we usually do the show on Thursdays, but we're doing it on Friday. Shout out to everyone that's on the chat zone. Mike Cantu, Alex FL75, Victoria Garcia, Sally J Signs everywhere. What's up, Easter? T-Bird, Carlos from TX, Jonathan Ibarra, and the first one on the chat zone, Steven Galvan. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight.
El Steven Galvan, always number one.
Always.
Papa. Órale. So, ladies and gentlemen, the reason we're doing a Friday night show is because Thursday night, we're going to have our guest, but he's flying in from Nashville. He took a red eye late at night, and he got here late night last night, so he was able to come in, and we were ready to accommodate him because he's a local guy that's moved on to Nashville to, follow his dreams in the music industry, which is no easy task, and we're going to find out how it's going for him. Ladies and gentlemen, Romeo Vaughn. What is going on, Romeo?
What's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good, bro. Hey, you like the song I'm playing?
Oh, man.
Yo no fui. Bueno, estabas bailando con los...
Estaba en chinga, Dios.
What?
Big Circle was...
Watch out, look, I have the tattoo still.
You do?
A ver, let me see. Hold on.
Dude.
What?
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's what your tattoos are supposed to be. They're supposed to be chapters in your life.
Yeah.
And that's a chapter that was in
A
your
big
life.
one.
But, ladies and gentlemen, Romeo Vaughn is from, le dicen El Rincón del Diablo, where he's from.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's a sugar cane area here in Las Azucareras, right down the street from the city.
that's right.
We're talking about Santa Rosa, Texas, papa. Puro Warriors,
Oh,
right?
Warrior, baby. Look at my hat. I have the Warrior logo.
Ahí eso. Oh! Warrior for life.
Warrior
yeah.
for life. Go Big Black.
So, Romeo, you were in Santa Rosa, and
Yes.
you're related to Jesse Turner, right?
Yes.
You're related to Jesse.
Yes, I have a tattoo right here, Signal.
I see. You do? Let me see. Where is it?
Yeah, Turner paid for it.
Oh, yeah. He does have that.
Oh,
Wow.
love it.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Put it on the camera.
I don't know how to do it. Hold on.
Just like that, right there. Yeah, right there.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, like that. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, like that. Man, that's a pretty damn
There you
badass.
go.
Oh,
That was
this way.
one-
Oh, I
was-
like it.
There it is.
That was another chapter in your life
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So before, who's older, you or Jesse?
Turner's older.
Turner's older?
Yeah.
And what was it growing up in Santa Rosa with Turner? You and Turner, man. Because
Man.
Turner was in the music business.
Yeah,
He was a little
so
kid.
he had el estilo, and it was him, Majigo, Chris Ramirez, and then one time they came and played at our school. I think it was like a drug free thing, like the remember Miss
Red
Bush,
Ribbon Week?
Miss Bush did the Red Ribbon Week.
Yeah.
So
And this was before Signal was even.
yeah. Well, no, Turner. He had always done it, but he had just like started Signal. Like nothing was like I think he had like Estadio Viendo or something like
Yeah,
that.
no, it was barely starting.
Barely
out.
starting, and
When they were dressed all country and stuff, right? With the
yeah,
hats and all
yeah. No, pues Turner had khaki pants and polo boots. That's all.
that. Órale.
And but they came to play, and then I was sitting in the front, and but I've always been like a dancer, right?
Sí.
And que pasa descanse, Lady Diane, she was in Santa Rosa, the barber for everybody there in Santa Rosa.
Okay.
And she's like, go dance. Because Turner was like, anybody want to come up and dance?
Yeah.
And then he looked at me and she's like, go. But I went up there and she got it. So it was like,
Yeah.
and then after that, Turner and I, we just never separated.
Yeah. It's crazy because, man, you're a professional dancer, bro. I
For-
mean, if
yeah.
you've never seen this guy dance before, this guy danced with Signal. He danced with Big Circo. Were you with the Cumbia Kings? as well?
No, I would go and dance with them. And then I even, Sergio from Control would call me over to go teach Ivan and Danny moves to dance and stuff too. Yeah.
Do you know what Ivan's done?
I think he's out in Denver doing iconic dancing.
Yeah, well, it started here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he started doing these groups, and our nephew is with the group as well. He did a few shows this past weekend because that became like a real big thing, is to hire like a group of boy dancers for quinceañeras and stuff like that. And so I guess Ivan saw that,
He capitalized
on it, and he created this company that provides dancers, and they all go to this studio in downtown McAllen.
Yeah, it's in downtown
and we
McAllen.
want to pick up our nephew, and there was lots of teens in there doing something.
Wow.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, and so he's making revenue out of
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah, because they'll have like 5-6 quinceañeras sometimes in one night. So they're going.
So they're going bam, bam, bam.
Yeah,
Because
and
they only
have
do like
different
15
groups.
minutes or whatever. Yeah.
They're doing groups. So
That's awesome.
it's crazy.
Yeah, so I was dancing, man.
Yeah, and so you got in front of Jesse Turner there at the
Yeah.
gym. He was in his polo
we were in the
pants and boots.
cafeteria.
Oh, okay, it was the cafeteria.
Yeah, and there's Santa Rosa, and then you know how he is. He's like, when I started dancing, he looked at me. You know how he does that face? He's like, I don't know how he did. Like he does that face, like you know, like when he sees something.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, pues vente para la house. And I'm like, okay. So I told my mom, I was like, Mom, Turner wants me to go. Pues qué quiere? ¿Qué quiere que vaya para allá? Ya está viejo. And I was like, no, I'm gonna go. So I went, and we would practice in the. I don't know if you've been to his mom's house, but there's
I've been there a few times.
Okay, well, you know, like there's
long time ago.
Well, he was living there, so there's like a dirt driveway, and we would practice there, and I would teach him.
How are you related to Turner's?
I think it's like my grandpa somehow. I mean,
Okay.
we're like, but we were just
Your grandpa was related to his dad or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Pues
for-
todos ahí en Santa Rosa.
Todos ahí.
Yeah, everybody's
Es la
related.
misma mata,
yeah.
chica.
Yeah, so we were dancing and I would teach him and then how do you do this and how do you do that, and then that's when he was like, well, just come on the road with me. And then so he would do that song, man, I can't remember the name.
Está lloviendo en mi
No, he would do the
corazón.
slow one. Haz de pensar, like that one. I can't remember the name of the song. But then he would do like this dramatic ending, and then I'd come in, and then he'd start off with "Mueve la batidora, mami, mueve la batidora," and then I would come out and we would dance, and then we would do the routine together.
Yeah.
And then
all the girls would scream.
All the girls would
Yes.
scream, yeah.
Yeah.
It was so weird because then it was so cool. Like he'd pick me up from school. He went out of his way for me, man. Like he would go pick me up from school. He would drop me off in the blue signal van. Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, the one that hit my Mustang wasn't blue. It was another one. Turner.
So that one, and then he bought me some British Knights for my new school year.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he was cool, man. And then so one time we were in Florida. I don't remember exactly where we were in Florida. But I said, man, I want to get a George Strait tattoo on my forearm, but I want to put like a portrait. And at the time, he was helping me with just come up and like showing me the ropes, because I want like I would teach him how to dance, and then he would teach me how to write songs. That's what, and then he would just life lessons and just being Turner, always that, leader,
So you joined this band and you were touring with him and stuff?
Yeah,
and then what happened? I mean,
so then, I'm just how we got the tattoo. And
how long were you with him?
Man, I want to say maybe like 4 years. And then what happened was we were playing, just the whole. It was nothing bad. What happened was I wasn't a kid no more. So it wasn't like cute. You
weren't a kid as like you were 20 something?
No. I was when I was going with Turner, I was 13, 14, so it was like cute. It was cute.
Okay.
And then I turned 17, 18, and it wasn't cute no
Why
more.
not? I mean, the guys from Control are 25.
No,
and
yeah,
30.
but the thing is, it was always, oh, my little cousin, and it was like I'd come out and and I was like kicking ass, because back then, no, see, my sound sangrón, but back then nobody could touch me when it came to dancing, right?
You know what?
So-
That's true.
I would probably agree with that.
Yeah, so
This guy had every Michael Jackson move.
I still do.
Does.
Yeah.
Yeah, still does.
Oh my God,
Every
that's
Michael
crazy.
Jackson move
That's
down pat. I mean,
crazy.
pretty.
And you know what I would do? Because I grew up on Hooks and Hodges in Santa Rosa. That's where I grew up at.
Okay.
And my mom and dad had like this entertainment center, and I got this Michael Jackson video, like a VHS.
That's a dance instruction?
No, it was just him live. And I would push, because back then we didn't have the way we have now. I would push pause and then rewind, and then if you do it to put it together, it does it slow motion. So I would push the slow motion right in front of the TV, and I would watch the feet go. Like every little move was slow, and then I would mimic it. And then, but I spent like my little cousin, my little nephew Jeremiah Riley. His name's Riley, but he plays football for the Warriors, right? And he watches like film of the team that he's gonna play the next week. Like he's watching film, and he's like a freshman, man. So he's like my age, or no, when I was doing the dancing stuff. So what he does with the film is what I was doing with Michael Jackson. I would watch, hours, and I'd get off of school and I'd watch Michael Jackson until I had to go to sleep. Like I just watched it until I perfected it, And then you still don't perfect it.
No, I know. I mean, that's what I was gonna say. It's like some people can watch it over and over again, and they're not gonna perfect it. And you got pretty damn.
I got pretty damn close. Yeah. The last time I was hanging out with my brother, we went to this bar, and I was just there hanging, and pues el DJ. I was like, and then my brother goes, Pasodes canal, go canal. And I was like, yes, that was it. So I was like, yeah. So I go.
Move the mic.
Well, there's people on the chat saying, hey, let's see him.
So anyway, so I heard that and I start like dancing. Well, the DJ thought it was bad. I mean, everybody started screaming and the DJ was like, no, because he played that song for 10 minutes. He gave him bofeado.
That was your friend tapping. This is the big one, Elizabeth.
I was having like a badass time. I was having some drinks. I was having a great. I finished dancing. I was like, I told my brother, can I take me home? Can I take me home?
And then you told your brother, it's not cute anymore.
It's not cute anymore. So that, yeah. So then, but anyway, back to that. So Turner was like, hey man, I feel like, he told me, I feel like I'm stopping you. You know, I feel like you should dance more than, the 10 minutes you dance with me. And at that time, we did the Bonnie Day in Donna.
Bonnie Hernandez was a DJ.
She was a DJ Que Pasa.
She was my morning show partner as well.
Yeah, so
she's from Donna.
Yeah,
so they did a Bonnie Day in Donna, and it was very successful.
So I don't know if you remember that particular show, but it was me, not me. It was Turner,
Signo.
It was Signo, Big Circo, Jimmy Gonzalez, and I think the Frijoles Románticos, Lucky Joe.
Yeah,
but so. And that was what I went to go do the dance with Turner, y en eso estaba Alex, Big Boy, watching from the side.
Yeah.
And
El de Big Circo.
Que paz descanse.
Yeah.
And he pulled me. When I got off the stage, he goes, "Güey, bailas con madre, güey. No otro pedo, güey, otro nivel, güey, bien chido, güey, mamalón, güey, bailes con madre, güey." And at the time, I didn't know what he was saying. I was like, what is this guy?
He was from Matamoros, Brownsville.
He was born in Matamoros, and then he went to Porter High School.
Yeah, Brownsville,
Porter. And so then he was like, "Hey, güey, quiero que bailas conmigo, güey." Que la chingada. I was like, yeah. I was like, well, I have school. I have school. And then one thing led to another. And I just told Turner, I was like, hey, Alex, told me he wants me to go dance with him and stuff. And he was like, I think you should. I think that'd be better for you. I think you've done all you can here with me, with Signo.
So it was amicable. It was
nothing. We weren't fighting or nothing. Yeah. He was just like, hey.
No se agüitó nadie.
No, he was like, nadie
se agüitó.
No, he's like, I can't do any more. Like, you can't do any more here. So then when I was at Big Circo, man, that was some of the best times of my life.
And Big Circo had the concept of like the
dancing.
Yeah, like Cumbia Kings.
Well, AB made the band.
Yeah, AB made the band.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Except these guys had the concept of painting themselves in clown.
Well, that was all AB's idea.
And it was a great idea. It was a great concept. Yeah. You painted your face like, Kiss does it. But you all had the clown Big Circo circus. And then the music, I mean, this one, this was a big hit for them, bro.
And then La Maquinita was a big one.
La Maquinita, where is that song, man? Yeah. I like that one too, bro. Anyway, so you joined Big Circo at that Donna.
Well, it was like the week after. I was like thinking about it, and then I went to Turner. And once Turner gave me his blessing, I was like, okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even till today, like, every song that I've done, I always like send it to Turner first. What do you think? Well, how do I do this? How do I do that? And he'll like, well, I think you should do this. I think you should say the word like this, because he knows.
Yeah, he does.
That's awesome.
So
that guy, he's like he's like behind the scenes on the videos, everything.
Yeah. So I was like, I sent him this. Every song that I do or that I've done on my new record. The very first rough draft, I met, hey, I need you to hear this and tell me what I can do different, and then he'll be like, do this, do that. So,
well, you definitely evolved from what I heard from the very beginning.
Yeah, and a lot of it has to do with just going to Nashville.
Well, let's get to that in a little
Yeah.
bit. I want to know some stories about Big Circo.
Oh, yeah, so-
because unfortunately, that band will never be able to exist
Ever again.
The
Yeah.
singer, the leader, man, Big Boy, died. He passed
died.
away from diabetes or something like
Yeah,
that.
he had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack, and a very talented kid. I mean, the
He
guy
was
was
amazing.
a songwriter.
He wrote
an
all the
arranger.
Control songs.
The Control songs, did he?
All Control, like the very first, we make a Control. Like he wrote all of them.
Yeah.
All the Control songs. He
yeah,
wrote
no, that guy did a lot of songwriting, and
You know,
yeah, he was-
dude, you want to know something that no, I don't know if anybody knows, but he wrote Ay Papacito for Límite.
Oh yeah.
So I almost for the cheese. I don't know.
Say
Sorry,
it.
AB. But so he wrote Ay Papacito for Límite, and AB told him, no, well, this song's badass, whatever, right? And he's a poor kid, so like he was poor kid from Bronzeville, and
This is it right here.
yeah, that one, and AB gave him $10,000. And he was like, oh hell, like $10,000 is a lot of money for us. Like when you're poor, like you grew up in the barrio from Matamoros, and then AB turned around and said that he wrote and AB made millions.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That was one of Alex's biggest like I'll never forgive him type of thing.
See, so
Yeah.
then, man, that's pretty interesting. You'd never think that
Yeah.
would happen, but it happens a lot in the
Yeah.
music industry.
Yeah.
So Big Boy wrote the song, this one,
Yeah,
and AB gave him 10 grand for the song.
Yeah.
And well, AB.
well that's what Alex told me.
yeah,
anyway.
but that's what happens. I mean, you do buy songs off songwriters.
well no,
And
no,
there's a price for it. I mean, not unless the songwriter wants to publish it himself or
well,
something.
no,
like that.
no. The way it works, at least when I know in Nashville, the songwriter gets signed to a publishing company. Then the publishing company pitches out the song. Nobody sells songs ever. They just pitch out the song. The artist says, "I'm gonna put it on hold." The artist says, "I'm gonna cut it," and then it goes to the BMI or ASCAP, and then everybody just gets their royalties. But no songs are ever sold. But just back then, I guess.
Well, I guess.
How it happened. Well, I think.
I mean, if I write a song and an AB calls me and says, "Hey, I'll give you 10 grand for it,"
yeah, because you don't know better.
Yeah, no, but still, I mean, you don't know if the song's going to make millions or
Yeah.
not, and neither did AB.
No,
he invested money
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it, and he gave it a shot.
And I think Alex, just from what I know, just from what he told me, he's like, man, I would have never done that if I had I was like, but $10,000 was a lot of money for me.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it might have not even gone as far as it went. If Big Circo, if would those steps hadn't taken place,
Yeah.
who knows where the song would have been? Nobody does.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But
that's
Alex,
interesting.
But Big Circo, man, it was a big part of my life. I mean, I went everywhere with them. I got on my very first flight on an airplane with Big Circo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And where did you go?
We went to Miami, Florida. We went to go do Sábado Gigante. We went to Sábado Gigante. We went to go do Despierta América. We went to go do El Gordo y la Flaca.
Wow.
And Don Francisco Presenta.
Was this all before, Jesse and Signals ended up going to those type of platforms?
Way before.
And you were already on there.
I was already on there.
Yeah, with Big Boy.
With Big Boy, yeah.
And I know there was some sort of drama that happened with Big Boy in the band or some band members. I remember.
It's
that
because, man,
they had a beef with Big Boy.
Well, what happened? Well, because, man, he was real culero.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, in what manner?
He was selfish.
Okay.
And he just, I don't want to talk about it because he's not here to defend himself, but that's just what it was. Like, the band quit on him. We were in Atlanta, and the differential broke on the bus.
Okay.
Ooh,
that's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
So I remember I was asleep.
If my bus is the differential bus, I'm dumping it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna burn it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know the price on that.
Yeah, so what happened was the differential broke on the bus. And I remember I was asleep and I just heard I'm like,
I hate that stuff, bro. Damn.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, sorry. I was like, oh man. I was like, I was a teenager.
So then what happened? I mean,
well, this is what happened. So the bus breaks. Well, I don't know the bus breaks. I just knew something was wrong.
Yeah, okay.
And so we pull over. The bus driver, I don't even know who he was anymore, but he pulls over.
Because we're talking 2005, maybe.
Something like that, yeah. So, I'm like, oh shit, something happened. So we got the bus, and then Alex goes, ¿Y qué pedo, güey? He's pissed off. Well, this is when the band got mad. He goes, we have to get a hotel.
Okay.
And there was already beef because just Alex, I'll tell you what he did to me the first time, but when I found out, like, man, this guy really sucks. But that we had to get a hotel. He puts the entire band
in one room,
with the roadies and the crew in one room, and gets himself a suite. And the band was like, they were just mad at him. I remember they were just so mad at him.
What did you all want him to do? Like get you each rooms or something, or what?
No, the thing is, he had at least like 2 people to a room,
like
3 rooms, and then 2. Like, well, he put like 10 of us in one room with 2 beds.
Bro, if I have bus issues, I mean, remember when the bus broke down on us?
Yes.
I spent like $5,000, dude, just getting the bus over here, renting a vehicle so my wife could drive the guys. So we're in the middle of Texas.
Yeah, but here's a difference. Your wife goes with you. I would put my wife in front of anyone also. But there's no wife there, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
So then he was in a suite and you were in a room like a bunch of human smuggling victims, right?
Yes.
Yes. 50 people in one room.
And then
oh my God.
there's
with makeup sweating off and shit. Right?
Chingos de frijoles de un comal.
Oh my God.
So we're there and they're pissed off and then so I go back. I try to be like, I go back like the devil's advocate. I'm like, hey, Biggie, no seas así, güey. Because he already had the money from the show. So he had money. And I'm like, hey, wait, at least like, you know, 2, like get 2 extra rooms. Like, don't be like that, you know. He said, pues aquí te puedes quedar conmigo, güey. And I'm like, that's not the point, bro. Like, there's a bunch of us. Like, at least give us some money for food. You gotta even pay us for the gig yet.
Le dijo, aquí te puedes quedar conmigo, güey. Nomás ponte esta peluca y este vestido.
Stop.
Ponte el 90.
I'm 30, you're 12. Let's go.
Oh, no, man. That's a Joe Biden thing, bro.
No, but
we just saw a video of Joe Biden doing a speech, and he says he's talking to a girl. He says, "I remember you. You were 12. I was 30.
Yeah,
you know, and you taught me a lot."
But anyway, so he didn't do it. So
well, if you would have stayed with him, the rest of the band would have hated you.
No, yeah. So I go stay with the band, and I'm like, you know, the little bit of money we had, we all got it together. We went and got like gas station fried chicken and stuff so we could eat and stuff. And I just remember they were like, ¿Sabes qué, güey? Que se va la, you know, whatever. I woke up like at 3 a.m. They had a friend of theirs that was a truck driver that was passing through.
Oh my God.
They grabbed their shit and they split.
The second part of the human smuggling story.
Yeah. So they split and I stayed. I stayed.
And what city was this?
Somewhere in Georgia.
Okay.
But I stayed. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, because like, whether he was good or bad, he was my leader. He was my, you know. Yeah. So and there's like a sense of loyalty, you know. Yeah. So I was like, no, I'll stay. Like, vente, güey. I'm like, no, I'll stay. So I go and I knock on Biggie's door. I'm like, hey, güey, se fue el grupo, güey. Como chingas que se fueron, güey. I'm like, they left. They never came back. Yeah, and that was it.
Me and Bonnie, we were on the morning show on Que Pasa, 99.5.
Yeah,
and we were interviewing Big City because they had a new single out or something.
Yeah,
and that part of the band showed up.
No,
and well, they brought him into the studio and they started going at it inside the studio, and no, this and that. It turned into like this badass drama beef thing on the air. And Bonnie was like, "Oh,
she loves it.
Bonnie loves it.
She loves
bro, you
it.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I remember that. I didn't know exactly the specifics to it.
Yeah, that's what happened.
But you said he did something to you as well.
Oh yeah, so he would pay everybody like $150, $200 a show, right, or something like that. So he tells me, I'm gonna give you $150, you know, for this show. And it was my first show. He's like, I'll give you $150. I was like, dude, I was in high school, dude. $150 like I was like, hell yeah, like, you know, I didn't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's typical, I guess, for local bands and stuff like that, right?
So yeah, but
it depends on how much they were getting paid. I mean,
but we were getting like $10,000. This guy's giving us anyway. But there was a lot of overhead. There was.
Yeah, you got the bus, you got all kinds of studio fees. All kinds, bro, it's un chingazo, bro.
Yeah, and so anyway, so we go to Mexico, we go to Monterrey. We play La Fe Music Hall. It was us, Bobby Pulido, Jennifer Peña, and someone that was like it was a cool show. I think even DJ Kane showed up. But so we get there, and then when we get back, we cross the border or whatever. We always posted up at his mom's house. That was like where bus call was always at. And he gave me 150 pesos, and I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah. And I'm like, he's like, no, and I was like, I thought it was $150.
It was $10.
It was $15.
$15, bro.
Yeah.
In pesos.
Oh my God.
Dude, I was so mad.
You bought some chiclets?
Yeah. So I go back. I'm like, this is $15. He played it off like like it was a joke. He gave me the money.
Yeah.
But
so he was just
no, it wasn't a joke. He could have got away with it.
But how could he if you would have found out it was $15? He knew you were.
I don't know, but I was like, but that's when I knew like he was like,
he's a weasel.
Yeah.
Weasel.
And then like, or
he could be just a pranker, man. Prankster.
I don't know, dude. Because he like whenever we went to Monterrey, he would buy himself. There was this place called El Rey de Cabrito in Monterrey.
Oh man, sounds good to me.
Oh yeah, it's so good. He would buy himself like the half of the cabrito, and he wouldn't buy us anything. Like he was just weird. So
that's a little. I'm a little different with the band.
So
Choche, right, baby?
Yeah.
I usually buy everybody
like that
the same.
day. Choche bought us. Choche was Diablito. He went and bought me like food.
Yeah.
And like so I would, because all of us were there just there watching Alex eat.
Oh man, that's kind of.
But anyway, but he was fun. He was a good guy. But, you know, there was. I mean, nobody's perfect. We all have flaws.
Well,
right?
he left some great music, and he left some great. Are there any music videos out there of you guys?
We did one called Rata Inmunda, but I've looked for it. I've looked for it, and I can't find it. But
I really wish there was some sort of footage out there of you guys performing live.
Dude, but we were badass. I mean, we would go everywhere. One time the biggest show I ever did with them was in Monterrey at the Maclo Plaza. There was 80,000 people. It was Big Circo, Ramon Ayala, El Poder del Norte, Duelo.
Man,
there's who else was there? There's I want to say Sólido was there.
It was just a huge festival.
I mean, los what do they call those? Los Invasores. I mean, just everybody who Gigante de la América, Bronco.
All the Hall of Famers.
Everybody was there. Of course, we went on like, you know, at the very beginning, like not the very beginning because but we were somewhere in the middle, you know.
Yeah.
And I got on stage, and I just saw
an ocean
of, and then, dude, we came out and people were screaming like. They were big. Mexico was like they were big, like, you know. But
Mexico, like the
dude,
Mexico
it was crazy.
fans are so appreciative.
All I remember, like, I just remember do ka do ka. And I was like, hell yeah, let's do this. Yeah, dude, and I just like it was insane.
What was the final bell for Big Circo? What happened
that day in when the bus broke?
That was it. It was over.
It was over. So everybody got out, and then I got out too. I was like, man. And then that was a time when that's when I just decided, like, I want to do something. Like, I don't want to quit, but and that's when I started like doing my own stuff. But
yeah, I was going to ask you about that because, ladies and gentlemen, this guy, he's recording and he's producing some videos as well for his music. And we're going to show you a little clip of it in just a little bit. He's got a new single out. We're going to tell you in just a bit. And we're going to talk about that. But first, I want to say thank you to Don Juan Boots. He's been making custom-made boots, belts, and hats and other leather goods for many years. Don Juan Boots is the best in the business. I personally have boots made by Don Juan. Don Juan Boots has rattlesnake, boa, ostrich, caiman, crocodile, alligator, lizard, eel, any skin you want, he'll get it for you. And he can even make special designs on your boots as well. All you have to do is go to Don Juan Boots at donjuanbootsonline.com, and you can order your boots, and they will mail them straight to you. You can follow them on TikTok at Don Juan Boots RGV, Instagram at Don Juan Boots RGV, Facebook at Don Juan Boots USA, or contact them with any questions at 956-781-3194. Y si eres de aquí del Valle, go visit them. They're right there in Far, right off the expressway, right in it's in like the south. I would say it's the southwestern corner of the interchange, right? It's around that area, but you can just call them and they'll give you the exact address. As a matter of fact, I'll give it to you right now if you want to put it on your GPS. 607 West Interstate 2, Far, Texas, 78577. And if you mention hashtag PVT, they will give you an automatic discount on whatever you get. And once you walk in there, you're going to smell the leather. You're going to see the boots. You're going to want to buy the boots. You're going to want to buy a hat. He makes hats special made. He'll also, you got shirts and pants and all kind of work boots as well, and boots for kids as well. So make sure and go by there and tell them hashtag PVT so you can get that discount. Also want to thank Nelda Trevino. Nelda is an amazing person. She has Trevino Law Firm, PLLC. Trevino Law Firm, attorney Nelda Trevino, the legal experience you need from car crashes to work injuries, slip and fall, 18-wheeler and motorcycle accidents, and wrongful death. Nelda's objective is always to get the best results possible for you. She's the one with the most experienced personal injury and information in the business, and knows all the games that insurance companies like to play in order to avoid paying full compensation to accident victims. So once again, she's one of the most experienced personal injury attorneys in the business. You make sure to give her a call. Nelda's been working in the legal field since the year 2000 and even worked as an insurance defense attorney for several years. She'll get you the most compensation possible. And boy, once you get to meet her, it's like you're not even talking to an attorney. You're talking with somebody that officially cares about your issue. Nelda Trevino isn't afraid to take a case to trial. She's actually been inside a courtroom and has the experience to reach the maximum compensation in the courtroom. She is a fighter. When an insurer isn't willing to make a reasonable offer, Nelda will take them to court to make sure your car accident or personal injury claim is fully compensated. Cuando llegue ahí, se van a asustar, folks. You'll get what you deserve. The best results for your personal injury claim legal experience when you need it most. It is Trevino Law Firm, 4435 South Jackson Road, Suite B, 956-242-4171 is the number. So give that number a call. If you're involved in an accident this weekend, Monday, you better call that number right away or go on the website, neldatrevinolaw.com. All right? So there you go. Nelda, thank you so much. Manny, big shout out. And we're going to have her on the show. And she will be, she's got an amazing story, her parents, the way she grew up, and how she came up in this law firm business, man. It's fantastic. It's a very inspiring story. We're going to be talking to her. We'll have her here on the show very soon, okay? So Big Circo was over, dude.
It was over.
Over.
Yeah, over.
And so
I didn't know what to do.
Put the mic a little bit down so we can see your face. There you go. There you go. All right. So you didn't know what to do.
No.
And how long ago was this? About 2000?
Man, like 20 years ago, probably.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe like 2000. No, like 2000. No, it was like 2000, like 6, 7, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. But then.
And how old were you back then? About
maybe like
21,
20, 21. I don't know, something like that. And
how old are you now?
31.
31. Okay. So well, you were probably less than 21. Then.
Yeah, I was young. I was young.
Yeah. Wow, man. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what happened, bro?
I joined the army.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You went into the army after that?
What? Wow.
Then I hung out, and then I got out the army, but I was just like, I think it changed for me. And then I was like, man, a lot of it has to do with my dad. My dad's always been like he's always been like a Johnny Cash fan and like Waylon Jennings, like the
biker
guy, yeah. And then I remember just playing, like listening to songs, and then I remember trying to learn how to play guitar, Yeah, that one. And I remember like trying to play guitar, and I was like, man, I sound like I sound like these guys on the radio.
Time that we kiss, feel it forever in your fingertips. Yeah, I just saying I want you. It ain't like I don't want to, but there's a real fine line that runs between what you want and what I need. Guess what I'm trying to say is, I think we're in two different places. Let me find out. I don't wanna spend another night knowing
Eso. Wow, dude. That's freaking awesome, bro.
this is where we start or where we end.
I mean, you listen to the stuff you did when you were starting out, and you listen to this now.
Yeah.
It's like the evolution has been incredible, dude.
Yeah.
I freak out, man. I've been following you since
I was a kid.
since you were a kid.
I know he's
And then, the step you took to, move to Nashville, not knowing what the hell's going to happen.
I moved to New York City first.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
You moved. I was on the radio.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We made a lot of fun.
Fearless.
Le hicimos chingo de mosca a Romeo.
Oh, no.
Porque he was in New York, so he called the request line on ¿Qué pasa?
Do you remember that?
And he was like, hey, man, yeah, what's up? And this and that. I go, hey, man, I heard you're in New York. And then he goes, and then he throws in the New York
I
accent.
was like, yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah.
And it was me and Raymond. It was me and Raymond Horta were on the air, right? We go, ay, ya le pegó el pinche accent.
I was like, yo, what are you crazy or something?
Oh my God,
We're like, cállate el hocico, bro.
I know.
So I moved there.
And what did you go do in New York? What the hell gave you the wild hair up your rear end to just head out to New York?
Because I had to create a formula.
Okay.
I was like, what's happening? What's popping in New York is popping all over the world.
Well, what I'm interesting, I know all that.
Yeah.
But what interests me and intrigues me is what was that first step you took to decide to move over there?
Because I have my brother. Well, how I
So
got,
you had family over there?
No.
Okay.
My brother was in the army with this guy that lived there. And I was like, I want to go to New York because my biggest, I want to live forever. I want to live forever. So I was like, I have to create something, whatever. So like Selena said, what did Selena say? She said, the plan is to not live forever. The plan is to create something that lives forever. So I was like, man,
So you knew New York was there.
I knew New York was there.
You went over there without knowing anybody there?
No, yeah, and this is what happened. So I fly to New York. Where did I fly? Yeah, I flew over there because my dad had a friend that worked for the airline, so we were able to get a ticket.
Okay.
So I fly over there, and that guy that was supposed to take care of me didn't show up.
Okay.
So I'm on the streets. I don't know what to do. And I only had enough money. I was supposed to stay with him, but he never showed up. So I was like, I got a hotel for one day. But the hotel cost everything that I had. So I'm on the streets. I have all my bags. I'm just in big ass New York City. I don't know what the hell to do. And I can't call home and be like, Mom, So I'm just there on the streets. I think I sleep in an alley the first night, after the night that I got the hotel. And then I survived the night. And then where that hotel was at, there was a bar that was connected to that hotel. And I walk in there with all my stuff, everything, my whole life. And I'm sitting there, and there's this guy. He's an old man. He's still my friend today. His name is Bruce Mast. And he goes, yo, kid, you look like you're lost. And I was like, yeah, I'm from Texas, and I was supposed to meet somebody. I told him the story. It didn't happen. He goes, well, you looking for a job? And I was like, yeah. He's like, my little nephew, Eddie, he owns a landscaping business. They go everywhere, all over the suburbs. And I don't want you to sleep on the street no more because you're going to die. So you can stay in my attic. So that night he took me, he put all my stuff, and he took me to his attic. Oh, man. And he fed me. And the next day,
Te pusiste a cortar yardas?
yeah, Eddie showed up. And he's like, what's up, Romeo? And I'm like, what's up, man? And we went to go cut. We would go to the suburbs, like it wouldn't be like the actual Manhattan. We'd go to the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have like 40 yards to do in like an 8-hour span. But they're not yards like our Santa Rosa. They're like yours, like little. So we just boom.
You're 10 yards in one hour.
Yeah. So after that, I think after a few weeks, take your Ellie. After a few weeks, Eddie said, you know what? So all the New Yorkers, they go from New York, and then in the summertime they go to Florida. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And he said, my wife and my kid are going to Florida to our house in Florida. Come move in with me, because I like literally there's nothing in, I couldn't even get up in the attic. And so he gave me a room, and I lived with him, and I worked as a landscaper. And then when I wasn't doing music, I'd always jump on the train, and I'd go to like the dangerous parts of New York. Like I go to Jamaica, Queens, and we were in the Bronx.
You were experiencing the whole
everything. And then we go to the Bronx. Like that's where we were at, the Bronx, and I love the Bronx. It was amazing. It was an amazing time. And then I'd go to Brooklyn, and then I don't remember how it happened, but I met this guy named Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
He was Vivica Fox's personal assistant.
What?
And
wow.
He took me, like they were planning Vivica Fox's birthday party. So that's when I learned like life was fast, because they were just subway, bam, 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 subway, boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was insane. And then he introduced me to some music producers, took me to a studio, and I don't even know where Messiah is at today, but then that's when I started learning like the pop and like the hip hop and the pop and like so I was like, this is where this came from, because I was like, I'm from South Texas. I'm from Santa Rosa, and I love Keith Whitley and George Strait and all those guys, but I also love Michael Jackson, and I love NSYNC and all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what if I just did both of them together?
Mm-hmm.
And then so I came up with this thing. I said, I'll just do songs from the South and beats from the city.
There you go.
And that's what I did.
And so
New York, Eddie tells me, Romeo, same thing like with Turner. He said, there's nothing more for you here. You got to go to Nashville. So I have a car at this point, and I drive down. I stop in Carolina because I went to go see my friend Dana Trevino from Santa Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
She's married to a Marine that's there. So I stopped there halfway, and then Dana, she fed me and stuff because we went to high school together. And then they made a barbecue for me and stuff. And then the next day she's like, "You gotta go." And I said, not like you gotta go, but like, hey, you're ready.
Go get it.
Yeah, go get it.
Time is of the essence.
And she gave me $20. Like, hey man, I know you got a few bucks, but.
And back then, $20 was $20.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
now it's like $3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 200 with Dana's $20 I had $200. And I go down, I get to Nashville. Again, I'm like, man, I don't know anyone. I don't know like what I'm gonna do. But at least this time I had a car. And so I parked at the TA. There's a TA down there next to me.
It's a truck stop.
Yeah, the truck stop. And I parked there. It's right next to Nissan Stadium where the Titans play.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, my mom was like, everything good? I'm like, yeah, Mom, I'm fine. So I stayed a night there. And then I find myself having to stay the night again and again. And then I had a friend of mine, Juan Hernandez from Laredo. He's a truck driver. So he would lend me his points so I could take a shower every day.
Órale.
And then so I would park my car, and then I knew where the troqueros donde se salían del café que está ahí.
Sí.
So I would wait there. Y estos vatos tiraban la to-go plate. Yeah, I would wait till they leave a little bit. Y yo me arrancaba and I would grab the food out of the trash. And I'd go in my car and I would eat whatever the fuck they threw. Oh, sorry. Whatever they threw away.
Now you can cuss.
Yeah, you can cuss. Yeah, you can say that.
Whatever they threw.
We're uncensored here.
See. Okay, yeah, whatever they would throw away, I would eat it.
Wow, man.
And I did that.
Wow.
I did that for 16 weeks, 4 months. I lived in my car.
And then what happened? Did you get a gig? Did you
No,
get a
so
job
what
or
happened was,
something?
so what happened was, I have a friend of mine who works at Chili's here, Michael Ponce, and he's the GM for the Chili's right next to the mall, right there. I was like, Mike, I need a job. Can you like make something happen? And,
Over there in Nashville?
Yeah. So I got my first job. I worked at Chili's as a server, and they're in Nashville. And
Is Nashville like everybody that's working as servers and
Everybody-
taxi,
they're
they're
all-
all into music, right? It's like in Hollywood.
Yeah.
When I went to Hollywood, it was like everybody that worked clerks, store clerks.
Yeah.
People
You
in
could start a
they
band.
They were all actors.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could start a band with this. And you know what's so crazy about Nashville is like there's some like people are rude or whatever, because when you work in the service industry, you see the worst of people. So. And it's so crazy. This is the crazy thing about Nashville is that server you're being mean to in a year could be the CMA Artist of the Year.
You never know.
You just don't know, So, but anyway, so I get a job after 4 months of living in my car and eating out of a trash can. I got the job at Chili's, and I would work doubles. Like all day, like 7 days a week, no days off. I was just working. And my boss was like, Romeo, why do you work so much? And I was like, well, man, we're Mexican, bro. That's what we do, whatever. But the truth is, I would rather be at work than be in my car.
Yeah.
And at least I knew if I was at work, I was going to eat something that wasn't out of a garbage can.
Yep.
So, and then I went on Craigslist. And I don't know if they do it anymore, but they had, it was rooms for rent on Craigslist. And I was like, man, I would look, but everybody wanted like so much money. I finally found these dudes, and I clicked on it. And I had enough, I had saved enough money at this time where I could afford, whatever it was. And the guy said, man, I have a room here for rent. It's $800 a month. And first and last month's rent. So I needed $1,600 to move in. So I had I had I don't know, $1,500 or something like that. I went to work the next day, made the $100. And I was like, hey man, is the room still open? He's like, yeah. So I went there and I met the guy, and hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Blah blah. And there was 2 roommates. It was the one, and then the other 2 that lived there. I had a meeting with them, and they talked to me, and they were like, you know what, man? Yeah, man, because I'm a musician. They're musicians. And yeah. And it took me 20 weeks of living in my car, eating out of a trash can, when I finally got out of my car.
Órale.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was happy.
Little by little.
Yeah.
Little by little, man.
And I got that, and then I was like working, and then you know you kind of just go out and meet people, and then I started playing at you have to audition.
Because I remember when you were down here in the valley, we even played together with my band, and you were
Yeah.
So you were getting
In Elsa,
you were starting that country music stuff down here.
Yeah, I was a lot down here. But what helped? See, this is what a lot of people don't understand that meet me now. I've been performing my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So just because I'm new to the Nashville country scene, because I've been there like 5.5 years already, but
and there's no guarantee.
No, there's
over
nothing.
there, man.
No, but the thing
You
is,
just gotta keep striving.
yeah, like I've been told no so many times, but
And you sent me songs every time you recorded a song. You'd send it to me because you respected my opinion.
Right,
and
right,
stuff
right.
like that.
Yeah.
And so I'd listen to it, and I've seen and I've heard, the evolution
Right.
of the songs. They're just getting better and better.
yeah, because, and the reason is because. So the reason is because if you're the best and most talented person in the room, then you're in the wrong room.
I also remember now that you were in Laredo hoping to strike a deal with a record label there.
I did strike a deal, but it was like an independent thing.
Yeah. And so I remember that as well. So man, you've been striving
so before,
for a long time.
before Nashville, I went to Laredo, and I used to play in Laredo for a beer tab and a Motel 6.
Mm-hmm. Some of us still do, bro. What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that, bro. If those walls in the Motel 6 could talk.
Damn, right?
No, just don't spray any of that luminol in there, man, because the investigators,
Oh
like
my
48
gosh.
hours, right? It'll all glow and shit, bro. Todo el
forget
pinche
it.
DNA.
Forget
carnal.
it. Forget it.
No, ese pinche Motel, that pinche Romeo van en chinga.
Hey, one time we were in Smithville, dude. We stayed in this crappy motel, dude, and we went. They said we have continental breakfast. So we get up in the morning and there's like paquetitos of those powdered donuts open, and they're open, like they're just like
They've been open before.
and that's all there was, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
let's
all.
get out of here. Let's go
That's
have breakfast
it.
somewhere
That's
else.
Dude, so I did the Laredo thing. I mean, I played down here, but I was like, just look at me, and like just I never fit in. Like, I could never break. I went to every single, and I always tell this story. I went to every single country local band down here. When I first started, I was like, "Hey man, my name's Romeo. I just want to know, like, can I sing a song?" And they're like, "Nah, man, we already got a set list, man." Like, nah, man. I was like, "Hey man, I just want to sing one song. Like, just one. Just put my name out there, man. Just like, please." Nah. Everybody was mean to me. And then I went to Roy Torres with Buck and Crazy, and I was like, "Hey man, my name's Romeo. I just want to sing a song, like just want to get my name out there." Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, bro. What's up, bro? And he's all excited.
Yeah.
And he goes on stage at Wild Bill's, and he's like, "Man, hey, what's up, y'all? Man, I had just met him. Can I?"
And Roy, anything for a beer break. Come on in, bro.
Got your bed.
Shout outs to Roy, man. And
Yeah,
Jason,
shout out to Roy Torres. But so he had just met me that day, and he's like, "I got my great friend Romeo, man. He's about to come up here and sing a song and da 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 da." And he was the first and the only one to ever let me go on stage.
Esto.
Yeah.
Wow.
And after
Cool.
that, I just now when he goes to Nashville, man, I take care of him. Like,
Yeah, they've been going up there and recording some music
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, so-
how expensive is it for you to like this song right here? I mean, what did it cost, or did somebody invest in it?
yeah,
or did
the guy who makes my hats.
Okay, so who is this guy?
His name's the Heart Hatter.
The hard hatter?
The heart. Look at that. Like,
Heart
it's
Hatter.
a heart.
Yeah,
You see?
that's a cool hat, dude.
Oh,
It's freaking
nice.
cool, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's got a business. He sells hats in Nashville.
No, he's not. He doesn't even live in Nashville.
Okay.
He's from Frisco, Texas,
Okay.
and he makes hats. That's what he does. But he just comes from like just wealthy family.
And he took care of your tab for this song.
Well, no, my entire record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
you recorded those in Nashville? Did you
all
do
of
it?
them.
And what studio was that?
So my producer is Ryan Rossabo.
Okay.
And him and I were friends for a long time in Nashville. And I always wanted to do stuff. We always wanted to work, but man, it's not cheap, you know?
Nah.
And it literally this record cost like what somebody makes a year. Like, you know.
Yeah, no, it's expensive,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I mean, one song, just, typical, traditional, cookie cutter type of stuff is, $5,000 minimum.
Yeah.
Depending on what type of quality musician you want in the studio
And
with
this
you.
one is like insane.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it cost him a ton of money.
Yeah.
And
just this single is the only song that's out right now?
yeah, we just released it September the 9th.
Okay.
Yeah. So we shot a video for it a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's called Over.
Over.
Romeo Vaughn. Go to his
Somebody on the
YouTube.
chat was asking for the title of the song right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find it anywhere. Like anywhere, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, wherever you listen to your music at.
Yeah. I want to
Yeah.
hear. I want to hear the beginning.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Sounds really cool. It reminds me of some Jason Aldean-ish type
Yeah.
of music. I mean, it sounds really professional,
Yeah.
man.
Sounds awesome.
I taste I love you every time that we kiss. Feel it forever in your fingertips. Your eyes just saying I want you. And it ain't like I don't want to, but there's a real fine line that runs between what you want and what I need. Guess what I'm trying to say is I think we're in two different places.
I like this part.
Let me find out. I don't wanna spend another night knowing I'll miss you in the morning, laying down my heart on the line. All I got.
Hey, I get a little sentimiento listening to this damn song, bro.
man, me too, me
Wow,
too.
dude. I'm gonna de llorar, Romeo, man. I'm so proud of you, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man. We come a long way, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, my mom and dad, man. My mom would she would sell tamales and shit, man. Like, and my dad, they would sell tamales and stuff so they could send me money so I could keep making it.
Survive.
Yeah.
Just for survival. Yeah, dude.
And I'm sorry, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I get real sentimental, but
and you're still just getting started.
Yeah.
Bro. I mean, this is
Yeah.
barely. I mean, look at the lead solo.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
awesome. Woo!
And then boom,
I don't wanna spend
acoustic.
right here.
knowing I'll miss you in the morning, laying down my heart on the.
The arrangement is great.
Dude, you know
Amazing.
Ryan Rossabo, man. Can I talk about him for a little bit?
Yes.
He's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And this guy, everybody thinks that I have a lot of musicians. He did everything.
Yeah.
He did everything.
These guys, I mean, there's some people that can do that.
Dude,
go into
this
the
guy
studio,
he lives in there.
boom. Awesome.
Dude, let me show you.
Well, he did a
His
fantastic
studio-
job, bro.
His studio, he has his own studio. Let me show you.
Be sure to stream this song over and over and over again. That's
Yes.
the name of the song, Over.
Over. Look at his studio.
Put it onto the camera
Oh,
there
yeah.
so our fans can see it.
Look at that. Can you, I don't know. Let me
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
You
yeah.
see that?
Fix it.
Yeah,
There it
I
is.
could see it. Right
Yeah.
there, right there. Yeah.
Okay,
nice. Oh,
believe it or
wow.
not, dude, that's his basement.
Yeah.
He turned it into that.
Isn't that great?
Wow.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
It's like us with a studio here at
Yeah.
the house,
Like
We go from the couch to the studio.
he has,
you know?
he literally has, and he has two of them.
Yeah.
He put I think he put $1 million into his basement.
Yeah, and it's like when you're recording music, your home is the studio.
Yeah.
So you might as well make the studio in your
Yeah,
home.
and I mean,
That's the same thing we thought of ourselves. It's like we're going to constantly be in the studio doing PVT. We might as well put it in our home.
Yeah, and it's crazy because people think, oh, you're recording a beat. Like every big artist that's out there right now, I mean, of course, they have, but a lot of them, they do it in their house. Mm-hmm. Like
The modern technology.
You don't need to go to a $1 million studio anymore. You can just do it with a laptop and
What about distribution? I mean, you've got the song.
Yeah.
You need to distribute it. You need to market it, and that's another expense.
Yeah.
Right. So what is the plan or the strategy?
So
to get it out there?
I signed that deal, and I signed the deal. So the distribution is
because they got to put this song on all platforms. They got to get you on shows. I mean, you contacted me like 2 months ago, and I said, "Yeah, let's make." And to tell you the truth, we don't do Friday shows, but hey, when we're gonna do it for you, bro.
Yeah.
I wanted to show
I appreciate
our
that.
audience,
Yeah.
about you. I want them to find out, because that's the thing about it. I always tell people and artists, don't ever think everybody's already heard your song.
Nobody, yeah.
Yeah, don't ever think that, all right, enough people have heard my song. No, there's never enough.
Dude,
there's chingos of people there's billions of people.
Dude, I went to Mexico not too long ago. I got on stage and I think I did like a karaoke George Strait song. And everybody started screaming and it was crazy. And then I was like, they're like, who are you? What's your name? And blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, this new song, over. And dude, neta, I got home and I checked my Instagram and I had hundreds of new followers from that one. Because not everybody has heard you. Nobody,
No, don't ever get that mentality.
Yeah.
Always think that you're fresh and you're new and nobody's heard of you. And you keep pushing it and showing it to as many people as you can.
Yeah. It's like, I have a cousin of mine. A cousin of mine told me every day is day one. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm real proud of you, Romeo.
Thank you, man.
And I love the song, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people are going to get into it
because
it's awesome.
It's awesome,
It's
man.
well done. It's well produced. The lyrics are cool.
And
those effects right there. Real Scott Travis,
Yeah.
Travis Scott.
Or Travis Scott. I'm sorry. Scott Travis is a drummer from Judas Priest. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. That's Ryan did really good, man. He killed it. But I told him I hear this. I don't know how to work the computer stuff.
I mean, it's two of us.
But I'm just I hear this and I hear this, and on this one, I was like, I want to hear this, and I hear this, and I hear this, and the solo I hear.
Oh man, it's awesome.
I said I want to do a solo Slash, if something with Slash,
and it sounds like it.
And then my producer says, Slash is my favorite. Say less.
Yeah.
And then he did that.
Yeah. I loved it, man.
Yeah.
So when's the music video coming out?
I think it's to come out in within 3 or 4 weeks. It'll be on CMT and all that good stuff.
Well, the best thing to do is just follow you on your social media.
Yeah, you can follow me on Romeo Vaughn Music.
Yeah. Follow Romeo Vaughn, like him, share him.
Yeah, because after this single, I have a song with DJ Kane coming out from the Cumbia Kings.
We've got video of that. Put that video of him and DJ Kane. That song is really cool.
Yeah, it's coming out next.
And it's really cool that you brought him in to blend in with the music.
Yeah,
man.
So check it out.
She just want a cowboy in the booth, kick him off at the front door. Stay up late if she wants more. Better learn how to make it if you wanna go.
Quiero tocar tu cuerpo, darte millones de besos. Ay, mi amor, cómo te quiero, baby. Hola, mami, ¿cómo te llamas? Tengo sueños, son las 3 de la mañana. Tengo ganas de tenerte en mi cama. Hello, mama,
she just want a cowboy in the boots, looking for an old soul in the roots. Ain't scared to put a ring on her hand. The kind of man that understands. She just wanna make love in the night, midnight window.
That's a nice video.
Yeah, dude. So I did that. We did it over COVID, man.
During COVID.
During COVID, yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's great. How's DJ Kane? Do you keep in contact with him?
Yeah, I talk to him all the time.
Tell him, hey, when's he going to come on #PVT?
I will tell him. I'll text him.
Yeah. Kaile RocknRollJames in medicine.
I will.
McAllen.
Mercedes Tigers.
Yeah, Mercedes.
Hey. ¿Perdieron contra los Lions, Jack?
Pues una hueva.
Oh my God.
Hey, yo soy de Santa Rosa. A mí no me gustan los pinches Lions tampoco.
Why
güey.
don't you- no, that's a rivalry, right?
No,
you guys
no,
and the Lions?
Neta, güey. Like, no, hombre, güey. Los pinches Lions.
Yeah, but is that a rivalry? Santa
Forever.
Rosa? 'Cause our rivalry is with Ed Calchelsa.
No,
a
ours is La
rivalry.
Feria.
Yeah, right?
Sí. Pero we had to start playing them.
Well, who won more games than the other?
La pinche pregunta necia, güey.
Ah!
La Feria always, no, they always, no. So we literally, I was actually having a conversation with one of my cousins the other day because Santa Rosa doesn't play La Feria no more porque siempre los ganaban 60-0. So, you know, today's generation, they're medio soft. So it would hurt them. You know, we don't want to hurt their feelings.
Les dan un participation
Sí,
trophy. You know,
Dude, I remember whenever we were having this conversation, literally, Jack, like the other day, because back then, Santa Rosa, we would play Port Isabel, we would play La Feria.
Port Isabel, the powerhouse.
Los ganaban 72-0.
Port Isabel metía a las cheerleaders a jugar.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so but we don't play La Feria no more because it.
Lástima. I'm just playing Santa Rosa. I'm just put a mosca aquí. I don't mean anything like that.
No, put a picture.
I love you all.
Hey, but
Santa
let me tell you
Rosa.
something, man. My little nephew, no porque he's just my nephew, but man, I went to go see. I seen him play. Man, he's a beast, man. He's gonna be good for Santa Rosa. Neta, I like. He does a quarterback. I mean, he does quarterback. He does safety. He runs the ball. Like that little boy. He's the future for the Santa Rosa Warrior program,
That's
man. He's
awesome,
he's gonna be good. Riley Fonseca, man.
And you know, here in the Valley and in Texas, high school football is huge.
Yeah.
You know, so we appreciate all the kids that put their bodies on the line to entertain
Yo,
all
nunca-
the local people.
I never played because I went with Turner, so I didn't get to play the whole high school thing.
Yo tampoco, yo me metí un año y
No,
dije,
mira.
2 a days, right? 2 a day,
yo,
este guacho.
yo me metí una vez al fútbol, pero no podía pasar los 6 weeks. Y me
You flunked art, you flunked study hall.
Study hall. Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Romeo Vaughn, you make sure to go to his website, go to his social media, and share it. You know, this guy's been, struggling,
for a
all
long
the way
time.
for a long time.
Hey, you know what?
It's sacrifice and passion, and that's what it takes to be an artist,
Hey, you know what? I do want to say this. During my struggling time and stuff, even you helped me out one time, man. I appreciate that. I really do.
You know, man.
I appreciate that.
I've been behind you since day one, bro. Since you were with Signal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen you grow up as a kid, and now you're an adult, and now you're still doing it, and then transitioning from dancing to singing, and then being in the
It's
front,
awesome.
and so I mean, I've seen your growth. you know?
It's crazy is
And your what is it? Perseverance. Perseverance, right?
Yeah.
Perseverance.
la teacher.
Yeah.
I have to
You know,
correct you.
and that's what a lot of people lack is perseverance to keep going, even when you're living in a car eating out of a trash can.
Yeah.
That makes you say, like, fuck it, I'm
Yeah.
out of here, you know?
No, but the thing for me, man, is that I'm just not scared, bro. Like the thing is I learned this, that the hardest walk you can make is the walk you make alone, but that's the walk that builds character.
There you go.
And the hardest climbs lead to the greatest views. And I believe that, man. And so, man, and I think for me, like I have my daughter and
It's her birthday
it's her
today.
birthday today.
Happy birthday!
Yeah. And but
What's her name?
Kendra.
Kendra.
Yeah.
I remember you posting pictures of her when she's a little girl. dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, posting pictures and saying how, you're sad that you can't be there for her, because you're out there, trying to make it.
Hustling.
I came home, I want to say like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago to visit. Because no matter what, I never miss a birthday, ever. And I came home and I was like, you know what, Kendra, man? Like, forget it. Like, I'm just going to come home. I'm going to be your dad. Like, I've done it all. Like, I've tried. I've tried my best. I'm missing out on everything. Like, And she's still a kid, but she was a kid. James, she looked at me, man. She said, Dad, I know you're not here because you don't want me. You're not here for me. And she said, Dad, if you quit now, all the time away from me will mean nothing.
Mm-hmm. And you
Wow.
And I didn't quit. I'm still not gonna quit, and it's so, man, I go, and I'm still trying, man. I'm still trying. I'm still learning every day, and Nashville is just, it's,
Well, you got something to work with now, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Awesome.
yeah.
Listen to this. You got the music video coming out. There's going to be more songs.
Yeah.
If this, hits up the charts and, does something well for
Dude.
you, then you get another song coming out. And who knows, bro?
Dude, my friend Leah Turner hooked me up with somebody.
Follow her also.
Oh
on
yeah,
social
Leah Turner.
media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's awesome. She's her clothes are hanging in the Grammy Museum in Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's doing awesome. She's
Leah Turner.
So, yeah, she's her mom's, she's half Mexican. Her mom's from Zacatecas.
Mm-hmm.
But Leah hooked me up with, man, she put my songs in front of some heavy, like,
Important people.
I mean, big. I mean, I can't even say their name, big. Like, I mean, executives, man, big guys. And they were like, holy shit, like, who the fuck is this kid? Yeah. And so, but it takes forever. But like that guy, he emailed me. He's like, man, I have no doubt about you. He's like, I did. He gave me a list of things to do, and yeah, man, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be exciting. We're excited. But Leah Turner, shout out, man. She did a lot for me. She did a lot for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we want to thank you for coming over.
Appreciate having me.
And anytime you're down in South Texas,
Yeah.
bro, maybe one of these days we'll go to Nashville and visit you, man.
Dude,
It'd
you
be
come on
awesome.
down.
We'll go to Printer's Alley and, go into the
Yeah.
little bars and check out the downtown. I told Raleigh, it's a very beautiful little town, man. It's
Yeah.
got a lot
Yes.
of, it's got a lot of
it's a
culture.
it's a little big town. That's what they call it.
And it's the live music capital of the world.
Of
man.
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid
Yeah.
Rock lives there. Vince Neil lives
He
there.
does.
They all live there.
He does.
It's like L.A. moved to, the music industry from Los
Yeah.
Angeles, where Capitol Records is,
Yeah.
and Hollywood and Vine. It's all down in Nashville.
Yeah, and you know what's so crazy is like I ended up getting a serving job at like this super high end restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the people that I've served, Rock, like insane.
Puro selfies.
No, you can't because you'll get fired. Yeah,
I get fired.
dude. I'll tell you what though. That Theo, the comic guy, Theo something. He has him. I did one time I show up and I see this guy and he's like, "What's up, man?" And he's super nice to me, and he gives me his American Express, the black card, and I'm like, I just look, it's Chris Daughtry. And like all these big, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, and you just freak out, man, with the
That's
people.
crazy.
Like,
And when you see somebody that is famous and you're not really sure if it's them or not, right? Does that
'Cause
ever happen to you?
all the time.
Yeah.
Because
And is it them or not? The agüitas no sabes
no,
si
it
es-
happens all the time because I'm just like, and then like,
That happened to me when I was at the Grammys. I was like, is that her or not?
No,
And then,
yeah.
well, I'm just going to take a picture with them. I don't know. Man.
no, but what I would just be like, there was this one artist that shows up and I knew it was him, and I told my boss like, please let me serve this guy, please. And he's like, who is he? And I was like, it's so and so.
I'll give you the tip.
I was like, please. And next thing you know, man, my boss does me the favor, and I act like I don't know who he is.
Oh my god.
And he doesn't think and he also doesn't think that I don't know who he is because I'm Mexican. Like he doesn't like this guy doesn't listen to my music, whatever. Well, I don't know, but that's what I thought. So anyway, so I'm like, how you doing, sir? Blah blah. I was like, I remember his order. He had oysters and fried calamari. So he ate that, and then with a Michelob Ultra and a glass of water, and then he wanted a 16-ounce prime rib, medium rare, with a baked potato loaded.
Yes.
And so next time he comes
That'll
in,
be $400. Wow.
yeah. So anyway, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I noticed that he was by himself, and I noticed that he had a hospital
wristband.
wristband, and I said, oh, you're here by yourself? And he goes, his face just lit up, and he's like, I'm so glad that you asked me. He's like, you're the first person that I'm gonna tell. He's like, my wife just had her baby, and that's why I'm here eating by myself, and I'm gonna take food to her. This is her favorite restaurant, so that's why I came here. He's like, I just had a baby, and then I asked him what the name was, and then he told me. So at that restaurant, you can get like they have like cards, and all the servers sign them because it's a very well known, like it's a high. I mean,
what's the name of it?
It's called Brick Tops.
Brick Tops.
Yeah, and
I can go order some food there for you, baby.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, and
no más te traigo unos appetizers. Está bien caro.
$75 meatloaf.
Do they give free biscuits?
No. So, dude, we get him, all of us to sign it, and I asked for his wife's name. He told me his wife's name, and I already knew his wife's name, but I had to act like I didn't know his wife's name. And I was like, "What's your wife's name?" He tells me. We all sign it, and I was like, "Hey, congratulations on being a dad, and this is for your wife, and of course, whatever." Dude, he was so freaked out about it. He left me the biggest tip ever, and he was like, "Thank you so much, man. I'm never gonna forget this." Blah 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 blah. And but
who was it?
Oh, no, it was Sam Hunt.
Sam Hunt?
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, it was awesome. So when he came back again, he asked for me.
It was your brush with greatness.
Yeah, because he's my favorite.
Yeah.
Flat.
Hey, man, well, let me tell you, Romeo, man, I'm sure you got plenty more stories. And it's getting a little bit late, and we want to appreciate you and thank you for coming over.
Well, thanks for having me, man. Shout out to, I know my mom and dad are watching. My mom, my brother RJ, my aunt Nancy, she's visiting from Colorado.
Órale.
And happy birthday once again
Happy
to
birthday.
Kendra.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget Friday, September 30th, Saturday, October 1st, 2022 at the Mercedes Civic Center, Mercedes, Texas. It's Rockin' Boots, and it's Friday night. It's Tejano night with Los Tesoros de Javi. Bucking Crazy. We were just talking about Bucking Crazy as well. Grupo Mia will be there. La Fiebre with Marcos Orozco. La Fiebre is going to be there. They're a fantastic band. Angel was here. Marcos Orozco will be performing as well. That's happening on Friday night, and that is September 30th. Saturday, it's Striper and Stephen Piercy from Dangerous Toys. Whiskey D, Allied Forces from Brownsville, Sidewinder, School of Rock. Tickets available at topboxtickets.com. It's going to be an amazing 2-day music festival. Food vendors and cold beer. There's tables, there's chairs, and then there's a general admission area where you just stand and check out the show. And we have this clip that I have of Whiskey D that I want to share with all of you.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And to tell you, I'd like to share something real quick. Romeo Vaughn was at our very first performance with Randy Rogers. We opened up for Randy Rogers, and it was absolute chaos, and it was an absolute disaster.
Nobody knew, though.
Nobody knew.
Oh, you did so good.
I'm good at covering up fuck-ups, bro.
I remember, you were on stage, and then the dude doesn't know what he's playing. He's like, yeah, somebody's screaming.
And it started from the get-go because I have a drummer que ya falleció también. I had a drummer, and so we had the song, the set list. We had been rehearsing.
You're ready to go.
And the song was like "T is for Texas," and we're gonna start it, And he starts like dum dum da dum dum. I'm like, what the hell is he playing?
What the fuck is going on?
How are we gonna go? From the get-go, dude, my mind just got away from,
dude, but people see, but I think that's a good thing in a way because you're human, and people were like I enjoyed it. It was great.
Was just, you were enjoying laughing your ass off.
Dude, that's man.
You were going, que agüite.
I was like, mira lo que sale de Mercedes, vato chinga, what the fuck?
Que desmadre. No, I'll be the first to admit, it was one of the worst debuts I have ever been a part of. And it was in front of about 2,500 people.
And luego sale, you look to the side, that Randy right.
Yeah, that Randy Rogers. We made Randy Rogers speak Spanish. He went, que desmadre.
Dude, those guys are great, man.
Yeah. But watch us now. Check out this video. I'm gonna just check it out.
That's good.
I
Dude.
tell you,
Dude,
bro.
that guitar player, the guy with the long hair, he's good, man.
Desgraciado,
So
bro.
when you posted about him, of course, you know, like I went to go look him up on YouTube. Man, that guy's a fucking beast.
He's a beast, bro. He's a very talented and a very, very nice kid, man.
Is he humble? He looks like he's real passive, right?
Dude, he is one of the nicest human beings you
Yes,
could ever
he
meet.
is.
Yeah.
Real mellow, and I'm just very happy he's with the band. And you know, we're like a brotherhood, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, the very first show that we did, I had a total different band.
Of course,
it was like
of course.
it was my very first show. But you know, I knew what I wanted, and just 12 years later, 10 years later, we're still here. 11 years almost, right, man?
No, it has to be more because I had
We started in
2011.
2011.
yeah, I had just got the army.
Yeah, and so 20, and when you got out of the army, that's when I started with the cowboy hat. And all that. Totally different.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, this is the new
Yeah,
guy, right? This is
yeah.
the new guy. But yeah, you know, just like you, you know, I've had that dream, and we've got that dream, and we know what we need to do to get it done, and you know,
dude, you've come a long way. You know what's so funny is I was telling my aunt Nancy back home. She's at my mom's house right now, and before I was getting ready to come over here, I said it's so crazy. I'm doing this show with this guy. I said because he was my very, very, very first radio interview I ever did in my life. Yeah.
yeah, and you know, I remember it, and I remember you.
I had the curly hair.
Yeah.
That's
And then you had the cornrows.
Man,
and
that
you
would
got-
hurt. That would hurt. Man. I'd always get like the bump back here. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, a really awesome guy here, man. Aquí del Valle de Texas, and now in Nashville, and following his gym, recording his new song, man. Over is the name of the
Over.
song. Stream
Over.
it and follow him on his social media,
Please.
and that way you can find out when the music video for this, because I can't wait to see it drop. I mean, once it drops, right? And of course, we want to thank our sponsors. We want to thank Dr. T's for sponsoring us. We also want to thank Chorizo de H&H. Dr. T's first. Let's put the banner up for Dr. T's, baby. And we really want to thank them. DrTees.com. These guys have been, supporting us for about 2 years. Also want to thank Chorizo de H&H. They're fantastic, delicious, and really down-to-earth family. Chorizo de H&H, La Familia Hinojosa, since 1947. Also want to thank Don Juan Boots as well. Thank you so much to Don Juan. You can buy online, DonJuanBootsOnline.com. Free shipping anywhere in Texas and even to Nashville. And we also want to thank Trevino's Law Firm here in Edinburgh, McAllen area. We want to thank her and Manny, Neldon Manny, and we appreciate you having the faith and hashtag PVT. If you want to be part of this, we've only got one more slot left on Tuesday, because today we struck a deal with another advertiser for Tuesday night, so we only have
Awesome.
one slot left.
Yay. Woo.
Okay, 956-641-3241. If you want that last slot, you want us to tell everybody about your product or your business, you give us a text and we'll be on it, and you will close the shop down for advertisers when we get your business in, because you'll be the last one before by the time we fill everything up. All right? Y'all have a good one. God bless you. Have a great weekend. All right.
Hey.
Everybody wait.
I know he said no strings attached, but the heart wants what it wants, and it's wanting you bad. I know you're thinking I'm crazy, but I've been thinking here lately. I don't wanna spend another night knowing I'll miss you in the morning, laying down my heart on the line. All I got, so take it if you